Hi, I'm the Moorlander and this is Moorlander EDC. Today we're talking about lights, specifically smaller lights that fit perfectly onto keychains. The one that I've had on my keychain for quite some time now actually. I'm trying to think, it's actually, well, it's longer than I thought it was. It's getting close to about 4 or 5 months that I've been just using this. This is the beta light from Prometheus lights and it's awesome. We're just going to get straight into it because this is a great little light. So let's turn the camera around and take a closer look. Now I know you guys like an unboxing. The unboxing to this is very simple because the packaging, everything you get with this is very minimal. It comes in a small Ziploc bag like this. So here you can see Prometheus lights. This is the Beta QR V3 titanium, which kind of spoils some of the things that we'll have a look at. The QR stands for quick release because you have this little quick release tab that you can pull off here. And then in here there's a little bit about the actual light itself, how the UI works, battery maintenance, and some little maintenance points. But it's a very simple and easy light to be able to use. So I've had mine attached to my keys. It does come with this, so I'm just going to put my keys down for a second. And here is the light itself. Now to go through some quick information about the light. So this is constructed from titanium. There are a few different versions. Actually, there's a few different types of different versions that you can get, dependent on the material that it's made from. There are also a few different variants. So along the side here, you can see there's this ribbing. So there are different versions of that, and there's different kind of cuts into the head unit here as well. But when you are on the website and you're having a look at them, you can see those because these are all manufactured by them. The quick release tab on the end here feels almost like a little mini grenade. It's like, quick, pull it out and you got 5 seconds to run. But you have this, this is probably going to be brass, I think this is brass. And this kind of pops into the end here. Now when I've had this on my keychain, it's never come off by accident. It's only ever come off, in fact the only times that I've come off is when I've shown people how this end bit pulls off. The vast majority of the time when it's been on my keys, I've had it on my keys and I've just used it whilst it's attached to my keys. But there are a few different uses for the end here. First one being that, you know, it has this quick release, but they also do a small pocket clip, and the pocket clip pushes into here and then just looks like a small pocket kind of flashlight with a clip on it. So you can think that is an additional that you can purchase with these. What I also really like is they also have like an extendable malleable arm as well that you can clip onto things. So if you're the type that uses a light to be able to look into small little crevices, then this will clip onto that, and then you can use the arm to position this exactly as you want to see it. So there's no more of that shouting at your children to hold the camera, to hold the flashlight straight. Another function of this end here is as well that this will fit a 1/4 inch small bit into here. So if there's a bit that you use a lot, rather than having to try and find your bit driver, you can pop it into here, do whatever it is that you need to do with it, take it out, put this back in. You could have your bit set on your table and then, or wherever you want to keep that, and it will all just work with that, which I think is quite nice as well. I like the fact that this end here is multifunctional. Now with the end off of this, it comes in from end to end just shy of 3 inches. With this on, it's roughly about 3 inches. As far as the width of it is concerned, it comes in at just roughly 1/2 inch. The head here is a fraction wider than it is here, but it really isn't much. In fact, if I hold it like that, you can see it's ever so slightly wider here at the top, but you know, a 0.55 of an inch is the widest that you've got. On the inside, so hopefully if you can see in there, we have a Nichia 519A. What's the word? Why am I being a div? It's an LED, isn't it? Of course it's an LED. Sorry about that. So you can see that in there. It does have a nice warm light to this, which I think is quite nice. Usually I do like the ultra crisp white light, but I think I'm warming, no pun intended, to these warmer lights. The operation of this is also incredibly simple. So, oh, I forgot one bit. Wait, where am I going? On the inside, this is powered by an 800 milliamp hour nickel metal hydride rechargeable battery. As an additional extra, if you want to, and it will show you this on the website, if I do that without trying to cross the threads there. So that sits on the inside, but on the website, I'm just going to grab these from off camera. You can also pick up some extras. In fact, when you're on there, there's a drop-down box to be able to get these, so you can get an extra couple of batteries. It comes with the cable that then plugs into this, and then you have a charger here. So that's useful. Now, if you're the type that you have to be able to charge a light and you want it to be attached to this, it just simply isn't that type of light. To be able to get the battery, or to be able to swap the battery or recharge the battery, you have to take the battery out and swap it in with another one. These are AAA batteries, so if you have a battery in here and instead of using the rechargeable batteries, you can use AAA batteries instead. There is a thing that they mention about they recommend using these instead. Just you get better power out of it, and the potential issues that you get with AAA batteries. And plus, if you're using rechargeable batteries, that's less kind of pollution and saving the world one battery at a time kind of thing. But yes, batteries super simple to swap. Now, I always do this, especially because my granddad always used to do this around threads, but you can tell how well the manufacturing is on the threads. So that's half a turn. There's little to no play in that whatsoever. That's now a full turn, no play. Now got to the point where we're up to the seal here on the end, no movement whatsoever. As far as your IP rating is concerned, it goes up to, this is an IPX8, which is the highest that you can get for most, well, all consumer electronics. So it's good. If you're concerned about this getting wet, you certainly don't have to have any concerns. Now back to the user interface. I was getting ahead of myself there for a second, wasn't I? The user interface on this is ridiculously simple, and you've probably seen me, you've definitely seen me doing it already. So to engage the light, you have to turn the head until the light turns on, and what you'll notice is, oh, let's try that again. So you turn it on, it'll go on, and then you turn it on again and you'll see that it'll cycle through those. Now there isn't a memory on this. All that will happen is, after not using this, when you turn it on, it will always come on to the low mode, which is 1 lumen. If you turn it off and back on again very quickly, it will then go on to the medium mode, which is 15 lumens. If you turn it off and then back on again, it will go on to the high mode, which is 90 lumens. If I turn this off and, I don't know, go about my business for the rest of the day, come back to it, it won't remember that it was on the high mode. It will just come back on to the low mode, which is 1 lumen. It's very simple. If you're after some super whizzy flashlight that always remembers what mode it's on, that needs a strobe that will tell you what time it is in Venezuela, it's not that type of light. It's very simple and, reliable. That's all that it needs to be. And I think for a keychain light, for me, I say this a lot on the channel, using these lower modes of like 1, 2, 3 lumens, especially when you're in a pitch black room, because this is perfect for those. You're trying to find something, you can't remember where you left your wallet. Is it on the nightstand? You don't want to wake somebody. If you're in a pitch black room, 1 lumen will do a very good job of being able to find things for you, and it does an exceptional job of that. Or maybe it's pitch black outside and you're trying to get in your house and you've just dropped something and you're like, damn, where did that go? Again, another case in point of exactly how this should be used. Okay, now let's fast forward time and let's get down to to the lake and let's see how this performs in the dark. Now, I've been down to the lake. Unfortunately, it's a reasonably bright night tonight, and it's not really doing the light justice. So I'm back at Castle Moorlander inside, and I think this is probably a better reflection, considering it's a type of light that you'd be using, and because it's super dark. And here we've got some Christmas decorations. It probably works a bit better in here, but even now on a low setting, if I bring it close to here, you can see these, but on low you're at 1 lumen anyway, so it's not particularly light. But as I've said on many occasions, in a pitch black room, 1 lumen is still there's still a good amount of light. Now if I turn it off and then back on again, so we're now on the medium mode, which is 15 lumens, which does an even better job. So you can see a lot more of Castle Moorlander, some more decorations. Now if I turn it off and back, oh sorry, I did that again. Now we're on high, which is our 90 lumens. And again, being able to see the tree here, see through the rest of the room, funky wallpaper, so much brighter. I think this is probably a better reflection of how well this light does. And then we turn it off, so we're on low, medium, high. Low, medium, high. Low, medium, high. So there you go. And then we go back onto high again. As far as a small light that you can keep in your pocket, especially on your keychain, does an excellent job. Now, whether you're using the beta with one of the pocket clips that are sold separately, or you're using it as I choose to use it, as a pocket light with the quick release clip, super useful. I know a lot of the lights that we've looked at, or I've looked at certainly in the past, are always standalone torches, standalone flashlights, and they have their place. They certainly do. It's in your pocket. But you have to remember to pick one of those up, so you're taking an additional thing out with you. The beauty of a flashlight key is that a keychain flashlight is there's a few things that we always carry with us. I mean, your pocket, so your wallet, some people never change the wallet. Your mobile phone, you might change that every few years. But generally the third thing that you've got with you tends to be a house key or a car key. So having something that's dependable, that will always be attached to something, is incredibly useful. And it just happens that they're awesome as well. Now I do want to say a huge shout out and a thank you for Prometheus Lights when they reached out to me. They did send this to me free of charge. However, I'm under no obligation to review this fairly. Everything that I've said today, hopefully you'll agree that they are my thoughts and opinions, and I mean, I like the light anyway. It's a good, dependable, very well engineered small keychain flashlight. So yes, now thank you again. I'll leave their links below so that you can see more from them. I'll leave some of my social media links below as well, so you can see more from me here on Moorlander EDC and my sister channel Moorlander Tactical. And whether you're watching this on YouTube or Rumble, as always, stay safe, stay Moorlander, and stay EDC. And you have it on your key ring. Having a small light with you at all times is just incredibly useful. I don't know what I was going to say then. Shall I do that bit? I'll do that bit again. I'll do that bit again. I'm under no sort of obligation to review this like super positively, although I'd like to say that I have done, mainly because I like the light. They haven't paid me to do that. I have to do all that again. Why can't I talk today? Start that again. I've got a song stuck in my head. It's Silver Girl by Survivor, but I know it's not called. I know it's called Silver Girl, but does anyone else? Supergirl. I always thought the song was called Supergirl, not Silver Girl. I might have said this before in a previous piece of content. Does anybody else sing Supergirl and not Silver Girl? Showing up my age again, obviously. Classic 80s rock. Survivor, but there you go, that was a weird one. That's Randy's question for the day. Does anybody sing Supergirl instead of Silvergirl to the classic 80s rock Survivor Silvergirl? Anyway. Supergirl!